Coming up on iPads in the Classroom, spatial and visual puzzles. Welcome to iPads in the Classroom. My name is Taylor Olson, and today we'll be talking about visual and spatial puzzle applications. Our first application is Trizein Free. And Trizein Free is a Tangram puzzle app by Little White Bear Studios. The app has multiple Tangram puzzles, and after you select a puzzle, you just click and drag the pieces to bring them to the screen. To rotate a piece, you simply click it once, and to flip a piece, you will click it twice. This app would probably be more difficult for younger students because of the amounts of manipulation that are required to move pieces in the correct way. If somebody gets stuck and cannot decide where to put a puzzle piece next, you can click the question mark and it will highlight a space where a shape of a certain size and shape goes. So if I click it again, I can see this piece goes over here. While you're playing, you can change the music settings by clicking on the menu button and options. And you can actually select songs that are synced to your iTunes on your iPad. You can also select other skins for your puzzle pieces, and more become available as more levels are completed. Finally, if you forget how to do any of the steps in the puzzle solving process, simply click the help button and all of the instructions will be listed. Again, this app is Trizein Free. Our next puzzle application is Tangram Big, which is another Tangram app. And unlike the first app, this is a little bit simpler. Instead of having an overwhelming number of puzzles to choose from, you can just select through by scrolling, and you're given this wooden block template, which younger students may feel very comfortable with using because it's just like any standard puzzle. To select a game, you click Select Game, and you're given these wooden puzzle pieces. Unlike the previous application, these puzzle pieces do not need to be flipped. Instead, they can simply be rotated by clicking the puzzle piece. Also, unlike the other application, this application doesn't offer hints for the puzzle, so that could be a little bit frustrating for players. But the puzzle's just moving the pieces in. All right, and once we've completed it, we're told we did it, and some nice music plays. Again, this is Tangram Big. Our next application is Baguette, and this is the light version. The regular version costs 99 cents, whereas Baguette Lite is free, and it has fewer levels. Baguette is very much like a Tetris game. The objective of the game is to organize groceries inside of a grocery bag. Players are encouraged to prevent objects from breaking. If I were to leave this on or drop it from too high, I would damage the product in the bag. If I dropped another object too high, you can see the eggs are shaking. It'll again break the product and you'll get less points at the end of the level. But we fit all of our groceries into the bag. We can rotate the products as well by flipping them on their side. And once we get all of the groceries inside, we can shake the iPad to make sure nothing else will break until the level is finished. Then we're given our points, and special combinations of items result in extra points for the game. Points are most important when playing in the multiplayer mode. Something else I really like about this application is if we go to settings, you can share feedback or share the application with a game creator. If you click on the YouTube button, you can get tutorials for certain levels if they're too difficult, or to figure out how to get the most amount of points. Language can also be changed by clicking on the flag icon in the upper right-hand corner of the main page. Again, this is the Baguette Lite application. And our final puzzle application for today is called Flow Free. And Flow Free is a free app. There's another application very similar to Flow Free, which is called Flow Free Bridges, which costs 99 cents. That's slightly different. Flow can be played in a free play or time trial mode. By clicking free play, we are just given, there are many levels, and they get more difficult as time goes on because grids become larger and larger. And in the game, the objective is to connect each of the colored dots to its partner dot by filling in the entire grid on the puzzle. Here we have letters also that correspond to connect dots, so if you happen to be colorblind or have some other kind of impairment which limits your ability to differentiate between colors on the screen, like I said, the more difficult you go on, you get larger grids. The 9x9 grid is the hardest in this version. You have a very large grid and it becomes more complicated to connect puzzle pieces because you see if I connect this way, I can no longer connect the pink dot to the blue dot, or the pink dot to the other pink dot, which makes it a bit more difficult. To undo a line that you've created, you can click on the dots, or as you saw before, when I crossed lines over, that erased the dot lines. Again, this app is Flow Free. The other applications we visited today on iPads in the classroom were Trizein Free, Tangram Big, Baguette Lite, and Flow Free. Thank you for joining us today.